This man catches a phoenix and intends to present it to the king, but the trapped phoenix sheds a tear. Seeing this, Ivan softs his heart, so he unlocks the chains and lets the phoenix go. The phoenix glances at Ivan and soars into the sky, but she leaves behind a feather that can protect Ivan from harm. Back in the kingdom, Ivan is sentenced to beheading because he failed to catch the phoenix. The king orders an immediate execution, but at the critical moment, the feather bursts into flames. It turns out the phoenix senses that Ivan is in danger and rushes to rescue him. Seeing this, the citizens all believe Ivan has conquered the divine phoenix, so they cheer for Ivan as a hero. Helpless, the king has to spare Ivan's life, but he is furious inside because this kingdom can only have one hero. So, the king immediately orders Ivan to go to the peak of the snowy mountain and bring back the Sun Princess. But there is a thick ice door at the peak that no one has ever entered. Just as Ivan falls into despair, the feather bursts into flames again. It flies swiftly into the ice door, and the thick door collapses with a crash. Ivan walks into the ice palace and sees the sleeping Sun Princess. The feather works its magic once more and wakes her up. Just like that, Ivan successfully brings the Sun Princess back. But upon seeing her, the king immediately decides to make her his queen. The Sun Princess does not want to marry the elderly king, so she states that she will marry whoever finds the heart of the ocean ring. Upon learning that the ring was swallowed by a giant whale, the king summons Ivan and orders him to retrieve it. Soon, Ivan rides his horse to the vast sea, only to find the giant whale tightly locked by massive chains. Seeing Ivan, the giant whale sheds a tear, so Ivan rides his horse into the whale's nostril. Then, the horse uses its wing to tickle the whale's nasal cavity. Feeling uncomfortable, the whale lets out a huge sneeze, successfully breaking the chains. Reclaiming its freedom, the giant whale sends a little crab to deliver a ring to Ivan, which is exactly the heart of the ocean ring. But Ivan is not happy at this moment, because once he hands the ring over to the king, the Sun Princess will have to marry the king. It turns out Ivan has already secretly fallen in love with the Sun Princess. After careful thought, Ivan plans to escape the palace with the princess, but this is spotted by the chief master of the horse. The moment Ivan enters the princess's room, the chief master leads soldiers to arrest him. Afterward, the king decides to execute Ivan. To save him, the Sun Princess tells the king the secret to immortality, which is jumping into 3 pots. The first pot is filled with boiling hot water, the second with freezing ice water, and the third with boiling milk. But the king fears the danger, so he shoves Ivan into the first pot. The princess throws the heart of the ocean ring into the pot just in time, helping Ivan pass the first test. Right after, Ivan drops into the second ice pot. At the critical moment, the feather dives into the pot and saves Ivan. Subsequently, Ivan drops into the third pot. Fortunately, a glowing dandelion floats into the pot. Soon, Ivan escapes danger safely. It turns out Ivan's horse ran to the end of the world and found the only flower of life and death on Earth, which saved Ivan. Seeing Ivan pass all 3 tests smoothly, the king wants to try it too to gain immortality. The king jumps into the first pot without hesitation. Right after, however, the king appears inside a giant bubble, floating further and further away under the gaze of the citizens. Eventually, Ivan is elected by the people as the new king, and he finally marries the Sun Princess as he wished.